once we get a big enough channel, we'll do the Patreon. We'll do like a celebrity boxing match.
There you go.
Do a celebrity MMA match, 5 rounds.
Balloons, bro. Remember the dude's name, bro.
The shoot.
It's Kyle, obviously.
Oh, dude, I was about to say so.
But it's not. It's I don't know. It feels like a trick question, bro. Is it not Kyle, bro? It is Kyle.
We were joking before we got in here.
You kind of do look like a Kyle, though. I'm not gonna lie. It gives Kyle, bro.
You've
been calling him Kyle or something. How is it
So
going?
hold on. Let me defend myself. So Kyle,
go
his
ahead,
name is Khial. And so looking at that spelled, it feels like this is going to take some getting used to. I just always pronounced it Khial because I've commentated over one of his fights and just in general, you know, like Kyle, you've cornered one of Brandon's fights too. Yeah, and I just assumed that's how it. But nobody ever apparently everyone in his family knows about me as the dude that just pronounces his name Khial.
Yep.
It was Kyle the entire time.
Now it's like an inside joke in my family, so my whole family knows about you, Coop. It's all good.
That's crazy.
It's all love, yeah.
That's kind of cool, though. That's kind of cool that everybody referred. Like, you started something new in his family, Coop. Go ahead, trendsetter.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
It's giving trendsetter. Well, listen, since we've rolled.
So this guy's moving already, yo. He's got the coffee mug ready to go,
dude. It's like 10 a.m.
Go blue.
Oh wait, yeah, bro. Big go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So since we've already started the recording, sneakily without you guys knowing, since we could have that nice organic rolling start, welcome to. Well, actually, no, Josh, it is your show, so you should. I keep forgetting it's your. You were
already like halfway in, bro. You might as well just finish, bro.
Okay, all right. I guess I'll go crazy. All right, welcome back to the Jake and Josh podcast episode. What is it now, Josh? 4? No, I see. That's crazy because
this might be 5.
It is 5. Yeah, because whoever intros the show, I think, is cursed to not remember what episode we're on. Yeah. So episode 5, we're joined.
Because 4 is about to come out like today. So then 5. Yeah.
That was a banger of an episode. We've got everyone in here, but we've got a special guest. The first guest in the show's history with us today, Khial Watson. I've had the chance to butcher his name on many broadcasts on fights. He's cornered a ton of talented fighters fighting out of the Fight Lab. I mean, he's a model, an actor. He played college basketball. I want to let you, Kyle, get into more of what you do, but dude, we're very thankful to have you on the show, and I'm very thankful to have you as a friend, man. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, of course, man. It's an honor and a pleasure, man. Pleasure to be here with you guys. But yeah, you got it right. That's pretty much it. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, man. Well, why don't I guess see, this is the thing is like I didn't want to have you in here to do because Josh and I kind of talked about it. We were like, should we interview him or should we just kind of get him in here and expose him to our weird brand of insanity? And I feel like Josh and I were both like, let's just get him in here and just waterboard him with whatever weird shit we get up to on
whatever we get into, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess.
Who me?
You know, I mean.
So wait, Josh, do you want to? I know we had some some updates on the Fuzi situation that we wanted to get into because it seems like the more we look into Fuzi,
bro,
the crazier he gets.
You guys got to.
Yeah, I just did like a deep dive on him. Okay, do you know who FuziTube is at all?
That's a good question.
Have you ever heard that name?
Is this the guy who was? I think I just saw him on TikTok. He was like crying, talking about like Hollywood and fame or something like that.
That could honestly be. I mean, that
was probably him. You know,
addicted. He's like addicted to
what?
massage parlors or something like that.
You said what?
Is he addicted?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just recently he popped up on my timeline like just like 2 days ago.
He said,
yeah, for all the wrong reasons, I'm assuming.
Nah.
He asked if he was addicted to like massage parlors or something cool.
Oh yeah. He's also addicted to dude, such a complicated situation. So Kyle, would you know the airport situation?
I don't.
No. Okay, Josh, do you want to explain it?
1 hour later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough. But
Yeah, that's that's crazy, man. I just think of like that type of, you know, I think all of these platforms and everything that you put out. I mean, like people are really into that kind of stuff today. You know, like that type of messy, live action reality negativity. You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah,
entertainment. You know, that kind of, to have somebody's business out there is kind of unfortunate in my eyes. You know, like that lady. Like if you're helping somebody, when you told me that, he sent her the money and, like that's a positive story. Like you said, that's a blessing, and that
hmm
hopefully it could have just stopped right there. But when you get into people, I'm not gonna repeat what but all the other detailed stuff, that's just like kind of unfortunate because that lady might have kids, that lady might have a family. You know what I mean?
she she does have kids. Yeah,
And like the people with these big platforms is, you know, it's like you said, it's a blessing. But I just really like to follow people that are putting positive energy into the world, and because there's one thing about being transparent and vulnerable. Like, of course, that's very, being an open book is very beneficial to a lot of people. But when you suffering through different, attacks and things like that, you can get a little messy, Um, but if people pay for it, more power to them. That's how you put food on the table.
Well,
hmm
that's the biggest thing that Josh and I don't think we covered this on our video, Josh, is why people give guys like Fuzi a platform. And I think it is part of that thing where it's like you're watching a car crash, but you can't look away. It's that like morbid curiosity. Maybe it's that with a little bit of a mixture of
bro, it's
the
just
aspect
money.
that Love Island has, where it's like
It's
it's sensationalist. I don't understand. It gets to the point, and this is the point that I want to make is it does get to a point where it seems like people kind of reach that point where like, okay, now we have to push back on this. Like obviously they see something like this, and then everyone's like, okay, well, this is obviously wrong. This is a wrong thing that FouseyTube did, and then it sparks outrage. But I don't think anyone ever takes issue with the stuff leading up to that, right? And so I guess my main question that I want to pose to you guys is why do you think we as a society have to see something bad or see the culmination? So this is going to be an extreme example, but I want to give the example, right? Like nobody knew the implicate. Well, we knew about the applications of the bomb that we dropped on Hiroshima, Nagasaki. But once the bomb dropped, that's when we were kind of like, okay, well, this is a weapon of mass destruction. We can never, that's when all the sanctions came in. So I use that extreme example to say it's like we only see the backlash for these creators. We only see people pushing back in mass against these creators once they do something really horrible. My thing is, what happens up until that point that we can't kind of pump the brakes and say, hey, this guy, because this has not been his first controversy. This has been probably strike 11, strike 12, strike 13 for him. But it takes something as horrible as this for people to finally say, okay, well, maybe we shouldn't platform this guy, Fuzi. He's done plenty of bad stuff, Josh. We were just watching the other night that he had a compilation after compilation of bad things.
I just want to point out that he actually did not get canceled. He actually got re-platformed and with the new Kick deal.
But
So
dude, that's what I'm saying. That's the point that I'm
yeah,
making is
yeah.
this guy has a million different strikeouts and he's still getting a Kick deal. And if I'm to understand, he's still signed to Kick. So, and I'm not ever going to be the guy to say just like cancel everyone, right? But dude, it just seems like everyone is now understanding all of a sudden that this guy's not all the way morally solid. I just don't understand why sometimes we can't see the writing on the wall, you know?
I think like the internet is really forgiving though. Like you can do one thing forever, and something could happen. I don't really believe in the whole cancel thing. Like I don't think you can really cancel somebody, but you know, yeah, it's forgiving. Like you could do 3 years of one thing, and then you can completely change your brand and do 3 years of another thing, and then people are gonna buy it. People are gonna buy into, and they're gonna watch whatever you're doing. And you might get people to support you or not, but attention is currency. So whether you're putting negative energy, if you're getting views and clicks and other companies feel that they can run ads on your stuff, then that's how you're gonna make money. You know, so he's just holding
Yeah.
people's attention, whether it's negative or positive. Negative is easier to hold, attention for people. You know what I mean?
That's the most important thing. That's all people
That's
care
true.
about.
I
You
guess it's
know,
kind of like
and the and the and the and
it's a
the
lost point at this point. You know, it's
it's
like
like, like, because if you're gonna have that conversation, you also gotta have a conversation about whether people really care about morality and how they're viewed to other people, or if they care about money and views and clicks, as Kyle just said.
one
So,
sec. Hold on.
oh, my fault, bro. Sorry to bother you. Just trying to share my point. It's whatever, bro.
Nah, man. I like, yeah. That's. I mean, it all depends on what we're talking about, man. Like, we could talk about. There's thousands of negative influences, crazy people out there, but there's also
Yeah.
a long list of people that are doing things positive in the community. Like,
Hmm.
So I'll wait for Coop to come back, um, but yeah, man. I think that's just what I believe in, man. You don't take this kind of stuff for granted, and to each his own. That's how he's making money. Um, so
I just feel that, from a well-being standpoint, I feel that Fuzi needs to get off the streaming just for a little bit, because somebody who has a history of manic episodes, and now, like, that's live for people to see. When you're attacking your, not like attacking your fans, but you're attacking your fans. You're, going off on other streamers and people who might be trying to help you because of your massive ego and just all these different things. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. And I'm not going to say that Fuzi is wrong in every occurrence, but it just doesn't look good, man. Like, it looks like he really just needs some help and needs to just take a break. That cannot be healthy to have the camera rolling 24/7. Especially with already, like I said, the manic episodes. So it's just very interesting.
yeah, yeah. I don't want to like keep talking about dude because I don't even watch him. I don't really intake that type of content. I think that to me it's like drama garbage. If you helping somebody, then that's amazing. You know what I mean? If you're just doing it for clicks or whatever, that's cool. Like I said, more power to you. But I'm not gonna intake that type of content because I feel like your mind and what you taking in is what you're putting out. So if you watching
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, you watching drama, you watching arguments, you watching these type of things, that energy is gonna circle back to you. One way or
And
another.
what's interesting that you just said that. I actually can relate to that in my own life, right? I remember, like, when I was younger, right? Like, I used to enjoy kind of hearing about drama,
Mhm.
because as long as I wasn't involved in it, it was interesting to hear, because I'd be like, "Damn, this person wilding, this person wilding, this person wilding." And then the other day, I had a friend of mine, and they were sharing about some drama story, and I was like, "This just feels really draining." Like,
Yeah,
it
exactly.
just feels really draining, man. Like, I feel like, because it just felt like more of the same thing. It's like, okay, well, where's the, we've moved on, where is the, we've gotten better, where is the, what, man, like, I don't know what he got going on, I'm praying for him, though, I'm gonna move this way.
Yeah,
There was none of that. It was just more and more drama and more, I can't believe this, I can't believe that, wait till I find out what he's doing. I was
yeah,
like, man, like, it don't matter, just live your life.
yeah, yeah. And
So that was
I think
interesting. It was interesting
feel,
that you just said that.
yeah, yeah, and like the more and more you like I don't know if the right word is like bystander to just standing by watching it. Sooner or later, you're gonna be involved in the drama. You know what I mean? It's only
Yeah.
a matter of time for you like
Never a truer thing uttered.
if you if
It's
you're,
so
if
true.
you're entertained by this type of content, and then that you find that you're gonna look for that in real life because that's what entertains you. That's what catches your eye. That's what you're gonna gravitate towards. So you
Hmm.
spending your 100 years on the earth looking for drama. You know what I mean? Versus helping somebody, like you said, blessing somebody, to see their kid and help do something better for the youth, which is who is really gonna be here when we leave. You know what I mean? Without getting too deep
Right.
philosophical, but you know what I mean? Like it's just like spend your time wisely, bro. Like
Well, dude, Kyle, you even know sometimes in life, like the scene that we kind of both interlap in and work in is that, like, it's a drama filled scene with some of the
yeah,
coaches, with
yeah,
some of
yeah,
the
yeah.
promoters. And dude, I've been I try to be, for those that don't know on the show, I also do a little bit of MMA commentary. I try to be as unbiased as possible. And I don't enjoy getting interlaced in drama. And even I, with all my attempts to be civil, to be 1-1 with everyone, has managed to rope myself into something where I'm like, how did I get here?
Mm-hmm.
How did I get here? And it's not even something I enjoy. It's just so tricky how it is like the interpersonal thing I too. Obviously not so much online, but in person too. It's drama. Drama is one of those things, man, where it can easily spread if not checked, I think. And you see that too. I mean, when you were talking about the virality of a guy like Fuzi, like to your guys' point, negative attention, currency. That's kind of the point I was making. It's like, why is that the case? I get it, sensationalization, but yeah, dude, it just it finds a way to spread, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I think in the fight community it's different, like a little different, because at the end of the day, they're gonna fight, right? And then
That's true.
there's obviously a line that's crossed sometimes when you get to talking about people's families and things like that. And then it's also a sport, so you're also having fun, just chirping, talking about what's the name gets his fingernails done, just stuff that's funny, because at the end of the day, it's going to be settled in the octagon or not. I think that's the beautiful thing about martial arts is like I've only been in the community like 2 years, 2.5 years, but it's such a welcoming and respectful community. So at the end of the day, a lot of the times, that it's all love and it's just for the goodness of the
Yeah.
sport.
No, there's definitely a large difference between obviously the stuff that happens online, the drama. Sometimes I notice in the politics and the build of fights, which is so funny because at our level too, it's kind of like, what are we building up here?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
what are we
But it's
doing?
still funny though,
It is very fun.
I love it, man. Those people,
It is very fun.
like nobody's getting paid, but it's just for the love of the sport,
It's for the passion of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. I have a question. Josh, would you be willing to watch? Because Kyle, I almost just said Khial again. It's gonna take some time to get it rewrapped in my head. Can we watch Kyle's fight? I mean, a little bit of it even. I really want to, because I thought you had a sensational performance.
That is up to Kyle, man. I'm down with whatever, but that is up to Kyle.
Yeah, I'm with it.
I said that idea.
All right,
Yeah,
let's do it. Let's do it.
So, Balloons, if you look up,
how am I gonna?
Oh yeah, no, we'll be able to see it. It shows up. So what happens is we'll pull it up on the side.
Don't you worry about the technology aspect. Let us worry about that.
We'll leave that to Balloons.
I'm a guess.
So Balloons, if you look up RFC Promotions, I believe it was the first K series, and then Khial Watson. That's Watson. Not to put out your government out there, buddy. My fault. How to spell your name, but if people, we'll plug. But to the 5 people watching this,
this guy cool, man. Just love putting people out there, man.
Many times.
Yeah. We can also
balloons
in
chat, bro. Balloons in chat.
What is he saying? What's he saying? What's Balloons talking about? Yep, Amir Mehovic. How do you
Mehovic?
Mehovic. Yeah, I'm super bad with names.
Great guy.
Dude. I gotta get better with that. He is a great dude.
Let me ask you a question, Kyle. When you prepare for like boxing, do you watch or listen to like Creed soundtracks?
Dude,
I mean, it could definitely trickle in there somewhere. I'm not like, I didn't like it. Like, if you're asking if I like sought out Creed, not necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it could definitely end up. I'm constantly, like we just talked about earlier. I'm constantly putting the right things into my mental garden. You know what I mean, if you will. Like I'm planting seeds every day.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was just curious because I remember I run track. So my last year of college, I watched like the Creed movies for the first time. Creed 2 is my favorite one.
Yeah.
And then there's like a scene. I don't know if you've watched the Creed movies, but there's a scene in the movies where, in the second one, where he like leaves his girlfriend, leaves everything he's got, goes to the desert, and he just trains. And he has to fight through like fear and just fear of failure. And he just has to, and himself, he has to just fight through it and get the training going. And the music is just correspondent with that.
Yeah.
And that's like, it's very, very motivational to me because I'm constantly dealing with that. Like, fear of failure, fear of just not making anything with what I do. So I have that in my little motivational playlist. So I was just curious to see as a boxer if you also did. So that's just where I was coming from.
Yeah, that I do that all the time. I pull from movies. Anything that catches my eye and gives me a feeling, I'm gonna Google it all the time. Even a sample of a song, like the Kanye West "I Wonder." Like I'm pulling that sample.
That's a great song.
This is my song. The guy that sung it back in the '70s. I'm pulling that song. The Ali, the Boombaye Ali, when he's running through the Africa, and it's called Tomorrow. Like a big, that's a very powerful moment when he's walking through, seeing all of the paintings in Africa and stuff like that. I run to that. But yeah, that's a really good point, because when you're watching cinematic movies, those type of things give you a feeling, and then when you turn it on in your AirPods, that feeling comes back alive. So
yes, sir.
all the time.
Got you, man.
We got the fight up here. You want to watch?
Go ahead, bro. Pull it up.
All right, let's do it. Okay.
Thanks,
Here's me
Balloons.
with a beard. Yeah, appreciate you, Balloons.
Khial Watson, the brother.
Hey, look at that guy.
Brandon Watson.
Yeah.
Legend.
Didn't notice that Khial though.
Yeah, I know, dude. Thanks. Yeah, we pause real quick, Balloons.
Brandon Watson.
I appreciate the rewind abilities of Balloon. He's like, no, we're gonna go over that again. We're not paving over that.
Bro, put captions on, bro. We gotta hear.
Yeah, can we go to the beginning of the fight as well? Can we? I think it's like it should be. Yeah. Right there.
That's back. That's back when Coop had a beard, man. A little scraggly beard going on.
Yeah. Scraggly. A full beard.
Fresh off the pirate ship with that one, bro.
Yeah, dude. Fresh out of the forest with that one. Dude, back looking hella muscular, I gotta say, Kyle.
Oh, he's putting in work, bro.
And of course, fighting out of Underdog MMA Gym, which is one of the gyms tonight, if not the gym, that is supplying the most athletes for the action.
I always hate listening to myself on commentary.
This place is packed with Underdog. Yeah, Underdog MMA coaches there. Adele Lalick. You've got.
So I guess you know what we could pause every once in a while, and you just walk us through like how there's certain, because I know with this fight specifically, such an entertaining fight to watch. There was specific. You just listen to yourself. We don't have to listen with audio. It's okay. You like walk us through what you were thinking, because we had kind of, when we sat down the first time, we kind of went through, and I wanted to see your thoughts, but I feel like it's a special thing for the audience that might not. I mean, I don't know how many people in our audience actually fight or have ever been in a ring and have fought in front of people.
Yeah.
Kind of like just walk us through some of the stuff that you're thinking there, because it's got to be. I mean, like that's the biggest thing is like to walk out, get in the ring, and then boom, you're there. What is that like?
It's euphoria, man. Like it's it's an amazing moment. You got to take it all in, but at the same time, you want to stay very focused and not let anything get in between you and your goal. Like this whole first round, man. Like I watched it back, and it was like you just like in these lights, man, and like you're almost on this teeter-totter in a way. Like you're trying to just find your balance, find your footing. The ring's a little slippery. You're trying to feel this guy out. And on top of all of that, this is your first fight. So you got all this adrenaline. So the entire first round was just like a feeling out process,
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going here. Because I see that nice teep kick on the way there.
Oh, yeah.
Opening up very technically. And that's another thing. That's another attribute that his brother shares, is they're both very technical. They both love to sit behind that teep or that front kick. That's how they like to utilize their range. They all fight very, very tall. That must be in the family. Yeah, again, nice low kicks from
exchange of kicks there. I will say something I'm noticing about Popovic pretty early. Really low hands.
Yeah.
Nice spinning kick from him.
I did notice he threw a lot of that.
Very wide stance as well.
Yeah.
Threw a lot of those high yield kind of kicks.
Body as well.
Right hand almost lands. Watson doing a nice job staying outside of that striking.
I was gonna say you're doing a very good job of staying measured.
Yeah.
But when when Mahovic does land, it does.
I think. Can you pause it real quick, Lutz? Thanks. I think it's easy, especially at the level that we're all at. Well, I mean, I haven't stepped in there, but at this level, to kind of like once someone gets a little bit more wild, to just let that. It's kind of like like when you're light sparring and then someone maybe takes up the volume a little bit on the sparring, or it gets harder and harder and harder. I think it's easy to kind of get more wild, but I feel like you did a very, very good job of. Like for instance, you're jabbing to the body, you're staying tight, staying technical. So I mean, for fighting in front of such a big audience, I think you did a great job at just staying cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah, that was the whole focus. Staying calm. Calm kills.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, nice shots from Popovic.
There you go again.
In the first though, like some of his, like, you know what I mean? Like he was using his hands well in the first round.
Yeah, no, great boxing.
Yeah.
I forget when it was that. I mean, it gets as the fight goes on. We'll get to it. I'm sorry, my fault. I don't want
It
to.
does seem like it is kind of stinging Watson.
Oh, nice shots from Hovic.
There you go again.
He was landing some good shots.
If you're Watson, you can't really. You gotta just stay calm, stay composed.
Oh, solid right hand from Watson.
Yep. You can't allow Hovic to kind of take over. And those ripping body shots too. He loves to throw those.
He has a very interesting style when he throws those. He kind of like
while moving forward.
come in.
It's
It's very
boxers will call it the old shoe shine. Right,
effective.
right
Yeah.
body. And that could really pay dividends later in the fight. Hitting that body.
Yep. Yeah.
You kill the body and the head dies, is what they say.
Absolutely. And it'd be one thing too if he's having trouble kind of with Khial firing back. But Hovic's done a great job.
What's up?
No, I was saying, like, you can see me kind of like slipping a little bit. So that's one thing that was really important, feeling that out.
Yeah. What is that? Is that sweat from past fights, or like
I think
what makes it so?
I don't know.
It'd be
I really don't.
one thing too if he's having trouble.
It's just
Maybe it's a canvas or something like that.
And then also the padding under, it's like you have like a padding under your foot also.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I've heard from a lot of guys that those
you don't got full grip then.
Yeah, your full foot, so to speak, like not on the mat. So you're on a piece of cloth also.
Yeah.
I've heard from a lot of guys that it's tough to move around with those things.
Yeah, but once you get settled, it's all right.
Do you have to practice with them on to like get used to it, or do you practice without them on?
Yeah,
that's a good question.
Yeah. Sparring, you always have shin guards, but those are more so like sleeves. So yeah, depends. Like I don't have sleeve. I just have a strap under my foot when I'm sparring in the gym. So those are a little different, but
depending on the quality of shin guard you get, sometimes those can get. Like I've seen guys throw kicks and then their shin guards like turn all the way around.
Yeah,
and be on the other side of the foot.
Like,
it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Kind of with Khial firing back, but Hovic's done a great job of again fighting his fight. I mean, we haven't seen him in that much danger this opening round. It seems that he's very comfortable in there, kind of finding his rhythm, finding his pace, and finding his range.
Dude, you did a really good. I don't think I've seen you again. Another thing that I think would be a big. How do I say it? A big target for a lot of people would be going to the head, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The array of strikes that I've seen you throw has been very, very tight, right? I see the leg kick, I see the jab to the body, and I see a few shots up to the head. But dude, you were like, if I don't know if that was the game plan coming in. I guess that would be the next question. Was that the game plan coming in? If that was, you did a real good job of sticking to that game plan.
Yeah. Like I just listen to my coach, listen to my brother. You know, like it was just all a feeling out process. Like I wasn't planning on letting it really anything go in the first round. Like I just
kind of just seeing what he give you.
Yeah, like seeing how he is, jab, teep, to the body. So you just see what he does.
Yeah,
fantastic job.
Yeah.
It seems like both guys have been kind of stunned or halted, not exactly stunned, but halted a little bit by shots from the other. Oh, very
Damn.
That was a big moment.
Put that boy on his butt.
He said. He's gonna ballistic annihilate, put it in half speed. That's crazy.
Hold on. Little make out session real quick. Hold on.
Oh, balloon.
We'll make
okay, balloon. I see you.
Stunned or halted.
Amir's like,
boom.
Oh, very nice deep there.
Amir, this is our producer doing it. This is not me. This is not Josh.
Hold on. One more.
Boom! Fantastic form too. That's great. I remember that being like, damn, that's a fantastic way. Because for those that don't know, the judges at the level that we're at right now, you don't get points based off of fighting an efficient fight or fighting a technical fight. It's more so the value system is based off of aggression and landing in a certain amount of shots. So I felt like that for you, dude, and I don't know if I said it on commentary or not, that for you was a big moment at the end of the round to get that visual cue of you Sparta kicking him into the, you know what I mean?
Nah, for sure.
Him hitting the ground.
Is that due to it being like kickboxing and it's not like boxing? Is that why that might be? Or
yeah, it's A1 kick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so,
Okay.
especially like Josh, even at this level, like the rings and the cages are smaller, and that's to push action. Everything is to streamline because I don't know, dude. Maybe Kyle, you know this. I don't know if it's to keep audiences more entertained. I don't know if it's to get athletes more reps and more experience, but I do know they make the rules and the regulations for the cage and for the fight itself smaller and more streamlined to push action.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they if they feel like you're backing up and you're retreating, like you're gonna lose points.
Yeah.
They make
They're
like
pretty good
a
at
lot of
that.
the coaches echo that in the locker room, and even the judges, even the refs tell you that, like, hey, like let's keep it going.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, I mean, this is when this has been a great first round. I think round 2 and round 3 are really when it like starts to get because then you guys have a feel for each other.
Mhm.
Balloons. I know there's like a break in between rounds. If you want, we can just fast forward to the beginning of round 2, so we don't have to hear my annoying voice talking about. Well, this athlete should. Yeah. All right. So
What's all this self hate, brother? What's going on?
no, I don't want to make this the coop show. I
Cooper legend, man.
want to what.
Bro, love yourself, man. You're great.
I appreciate you, fellas. I appreciate you. But I'm here to watch. I'm here to watch Kyle. Absolutely, Josh's only words were doing the knockdown. Well, no, Josh is taking in information right now. He's analyzing.
Yeah,
Dude, I don't know if you know.
I don't
Josh
really-
has told me that he wants to be. He's gonna take an MMA fight at the end of this year, and he's gonna absolutely flatline someone with an overhand right.
Oh,
Kyle,
fuck.
that's not true. Don't listen.
From his words to my ears, dude. He was like,
Kyle, don't
"Coop."
listen.
You know what's crazy is Kyle. Josh and I have sparred before
No,
in the back, and this is like a tale as old as time.
Mm.
Everyone always delegates because Josh is a naturally strong guy. Like he
Mhm.
has a very I'm not going to say what you think I'm going to say, Josh, but his base is very strong because of the track. So he has like it starts with a leg. So he can lift me up. I'm like 185 right now.
Mhm.
When we'll spar, I feel Josh, and let me know if this is a fair thing to say. I always get him on the technical side. So like
Mhm.
I would
Yeah.
catch him with a couple of head kicks. But one time I go in for a teep and Josh grabs it and just picked me up like I was nothing. I was like, whoa, what is this?
There's been many times where like Coop is like throwing his foot at me, and I'll like grab his foot like in like midair, and then he'll just be off balance, and I'll just pull him and just
Yeah, that's my go-to move is there to defend is just act like the dog that has something that it's not supposed to have. So it starts like I'm just like starts start moving around.
It's always so funny. Yeah, when we were in college, our friends would like to take bets between who would win in a fight between myself.
I don't know
and Coop.
why.
I always said that I would never fight Coop, but I said
I would never fight Josh.
if things had to like get that serious, it would really have to be seen because like I'm sure that if Coop and I are both like angry, we're probably pulling out stops out of nowhere. But Coop as like a fighter in general is like a whole lot more technical than I am. He's taken more classes. He would probably know how to do a lot more things. Kyle, where'd you go?
Kyle, no.
Kyle,
Is he there?
Kyle,
please. Oh,
Kyle.
Okay. Not bad.
No, you're good, bro. But now
He just like he reappears. The chair is empty. We're like,
he
he appears behind me. I'm like, whoa.
Nah,
Right.
Man. I was just saying that like Coop definitely has the more technical side, and I just have like raw strength and determination. So it would just really just if Coop manages to like knock me out with the technical side before I manage to like pick him up and slam him or something, then it's just it's like a toss up like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like a toss up like that. But yeah.
So once we get a big enough channel, we'll do the Patreon. We'll do like a celebrity boxing match.
There you go.
We'll do a celebrity MMA match. 5 rounds.
Balloons, bro.
Kyle's gonna be trading me. The biggest betrayal of all time.
Balloons over here is talking about Jake versus Josh, bro. No, bro, it's not the show name. It's Jake.
You're right. We should change the channel name to that.
No, bro, that's not the
we
name,
should.
bro.
Yeah. We should. We just become the biggest enemies. Okay, let's get his favorite actor. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you did say that.
Oh yeah.
Did
Why
say
is
that. I
that?
forgot.
Wait, why is that relevant? Why did they bring that up?
I think they were just talking about like our background and what we do.
What a fucking
okay.
goat Kyle is. That's what we were talking about.
Are you an actor too? Did I
Yeah.
read that somewhere? Yeah, I did read that. Okay, cool.
Do their physicality. Second of 3 2-minute rounds here.
Khial Watson, we mentioned, is an actor. His favorite actor is Denzel Washington.
Did he say he said Khalil Watson?
He said Khalil, yeah.
Khalil.
Watson, we mentioned, is an actor. His favorite actor is Denzel Washington. As Denzel said in Training Day, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And he's going to have to prove in this round that he deserves this win.
Nice 1-2.
Oh,
Whoa, that's when you hit with that big shot.
That might have hurt Mavich. Oh my
That definitely
goodness.
hurt him.
That is going to be an 8 count right there. Solid shot landed by Watson.
And a big way to get back into this fight.
Now
That boy had to
count
catch
will
his
not start
breath.
until the
Fighter gets back into their
neutral corner.
And Amir's a tough ass dude too. I mean, he was by no means an easy fight for anyone, and that's this was a dog fight. I think I think if I can remember, Bloomsburg, I can't speak on what I don't know. I think there was, again, I've watched this fight back a couple times, but I do think it becomes a little bit more of a dog fight as a round. But I think he does a good job of getting himself back in here and answering very well.
Very respectable opponent for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loons? Oh, thanks.
End to that round for Khial. He needed that.
We're going to see Ken Mahovic shake those cobwebs out and get himself going again.
So zoom to your face till the knockdown.
Mahovic definitely looks like he needs to take a second to recover. You can kind of see in his eyes a little bit more tentative to throw now.
We'll see if Watson jumps on him and tries to capitalize on that early success.
Well, that is an interesting thing. Is like, do you jump in, or do you kind of play it a little bit more relaxed and look for the shot? And I know a lot of guys at this level, at the amateurs, will kind of go.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
What a combo!
Standing count of this round 3. Kind of go in and
Bow.
more relaxed and look for the shot. And I know a lot of guys.
That's the second.
Boom!
Boom.
And a big
Boom.
shot.
It's filthy.
Scores with a knee, and that's the second standing.
Well, that was
count
3
of
hits.
this round
Yeah.
3.
Wait a second. Hold on. Pause that,
It will
Balloons.
be over 4 in the entirety of the bout, and this is a huge.
Thank you, Balloons. Thank you, Balloons. Hey, Kyle, be honest. How much were you feeling yourself right there?
Oh yeah.
How much were you like? You were
I
like.
was on 100 right there, bro.
I saw the way you looked.
I
You
was
walked
just
away. You
all
were like.
red. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy. Perfect.
When you're fighting these guys, do you kind of have to like demonize them in your head so you can like
That's another great question.
get into that mindset of like taking them out, or like are you just consistently like, all right, man, like this is a cool fighter, you know, we're both gonna bring our A game. Whoever comes, like, are you thinking like more positive, or you like I got to get in there so I can make sure I knock this person out? Like, what's the mindset at?
I think it definitely works. That works for certain people. It doesn't work for me. I've never been that kind of like. I think there's moments that it just naturally comes like right there. Like I said, I saw red, but to begin with, I'm always focusing on myself. Like I'm not ever thinking about the other person. You know, I'm more so like just focused on my own technique, because I feel like if I'm demonizing somebody, that means I'm angry, and if I'm angry, I'm emotional, and if I'm emotional, I'm
Fighting emotional. Man.
I'm out of control if I'm angry. So my thing is just like stay in control and stick to the plan.
What a combination ended off to counter, cross over the top, and then you frame up knee, and then I think there was an uppercut somewhere in there. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, that was all what we worked on, man. Me, my brother, and my coaches, and like I watching this now, it's like this is where the IQ. You can kind of I look at like IQ, because if you get 3 standing 8s, that's the fight. You know, so like I had 2 right here, and I'm watching back. I'm like kicking myself because I'm like, dang, I should have went in again and kept, stayed aggressive. So yeah.
Is this your first time watching the fight over since you?
No, I watched it like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, okay. No worries.
We're making him watch it again. Let's review it a second time.
Bro, literally look at yourself, bro. Look and judge yourself, bro.
The greatest of all time right there.
Is it standard to like watch your fight immediately after, like?
Oh yeah.
Like, review it like immediately from following it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You want to see like how things look, what worked, what didn't.
That's pretty tough.
Huge second round, and you see Khial there. I am champion.
Oh yeah, that's another cool thing that you guys both do. You and your brother Brandon is you guys both have that. What is it? Is it a moniker? No,
mantra.
It's the mantra that you. Yeah, that's the right word. Mantra that you guys. It seems like in between rounds, it seems like when there's a break in the action. Can you describe the thinking behind? Obviously, it's affirmations, but how did that even start?
I started it when in training. when things were like rough, your mind can go to a lot of negative things, second guessing yourself. So that was one thing we would just continuously speak out loud, and it's powerful. I think like if you can speak positive in the times when shit sucks, then when stuff's going well, then it's even easier. You know what I mean? So
Fair enough.
that's
And
where all
and
that comes
nothing
from.
is more, yeah, nothing is more dangerous than in a fight. Nothing's more kind of like hectic than in a fight. That makes a
Yeah,
lot of sense.
yeah. It just keeps your mind like your mind focused on what you are and what you're trying to do.
I'm gonna use that for the next time I watch either you or Brandon, or I commentate over you or Brandon fights. I gotta use that. Keep it
Feel
rolling.
free, bro. By all means.
I'm always I'm
That
always
staple.
collecting information. My fault, Balloons. My fault.
Very nice combo there. The overhand right hurt him, then the knee, and then another right.
Big
Very slick.
time on the money.
Ooh.
And an overhand right again. And Khial now, you have to think to your point, Liam, that he's going to try to push the pace.
Yeah. Yep. See, that's what I was talking about.
What's your lung capacity at this moment, would you say? Like what percentage?
What battery percentage are you at?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't really remember myself being gassed or anything like that. I don't know.
Well, you guys put in a lot of work in the gym, dude. Like I gotta say, when I think of the gyms, and a lot of obviously great gyms at this level, with a lot of great athletes, but I think of standouts. I think of the Fight Lab. The way you guys prepare, the way you guys train, the way you guys mentally prepare is crazy.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't be surprised if you could have gone 5 more rounds at this
Yeah.
pace. You know what I mean? Like it just
Yeah.
seems, even from the limited stuff I've seen from you guys, it seems like you guys go balls to the wall when you train, which is how it should be, I assume.
Yeah. Like I don't think it was a matter of like gas. I think it was more so like this is also like my first time, so I'm not trying anything I haven't done before. So it was like very vanilla, like very basic. You know what I mean? So I think looking back, if I could have, if like letting your hands go a little bit more, but that all comes with repetition and just being a little bit more comfortable in there. Yeah.
Well, also Balloons. The reason you asked that question is because you saw his mouth open. I'm assuming that's kind of the
No, because
genesis.
he said he regretted not going more
Going
first. I was
harder.
like whether he was getting tired or not.
Yeah.
I was
That's
going
the
to say
reason why
also
he slowed down.
another reason for the mouth being. I think you were just so. It looks like you were so locked in, dude. Like I could see that even in your eyes too. Like right, especially on that freeze frame right there, locked on him, just like so focused. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I can definitely say like towards the end of the third round, I was like, whew. Like that last minute, I'm like, all right, bro. Let's wrap it up, B. Come on.
Let's wrap it up.
Both of those knockdowns coming with the overhand right.
And that overhand is scoring at will.
Still staying behind that jab.
And you see that the body language of Khial too now is a lot more confident. He's a lot more straight up, whereas Mehevich is kind of a little bit more sagging. And of course, I mean, he did get hit with some big shots, so that could be it too. But definitely a more tentative fighter we see in front of us.
And you can see that left hand of Mehevich still low.
Yeah.
Looking like bait.
Well, that was a good call from you. Right. That was a great call from you. Is like if he keeps, and I don't know about that either, keeping your chin out there and exposed.
Sure.
He was throwing a lot of those hook kicks.
Oh yeah, the side, yeah.
I
worked on those.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The village to raise
Round
a child.
three.
It takes a village to raise a fighter. Yes. A very, very violent village.
Very violent village. A lot of sparring. And it's going to be interesting to see how both fighters kind of play this one.
Oh! Yeah, that was a slip.
Rocks Khial backwards. What a...
Were you rocked there or did you slip? You could be honest.
Both. I didn't. He didn't hurt me. He hit me in the head, but I slipped. So it looked pretty bad. But like after you see him hit me, he's gonna step in the same spot I did, and he's gonna flip also.
See how both fighters kind of play this one.
1, 2, kind of. Clipsy going out with a hook. Oh yeah.
He slips right there too. Yeah, he got me right there.
Man, these mats are gonna get someone injured over here.
Rocks Khial backwards
What a comeback.
with a spade.
You should have just picked him up and just.
I know. I like
Capitalized
no
on
sweeps
that.
at all. I didn't throw any sweeps, but you
And
can't.
we've got
This,
That would have been hilarious. You just attitude adjustment.
yeah, that would have been a good time to use my sweep. Take my
The
warning
DDT.
and get out of there.
Yeah.
ourselves a fight on our hands. Khial scoring again with that
Ooh.
overhand.
He's trying with that one
Ooh.
too. Nice frame, nice
All
knee.
the bouts this evening have been
Oh,
just delivering in a big way.
Little jab to the body there with that long reach. that
Dude, your
Watson
mobility
has.
as well
And it
is
looks
very
in
good.
terms of the gas tank, like
yeah.
Khial,
The other guy
is
looked like
a
he
little
getting tired.
in shape,
Yeah.
more in shape.
And you're much
He's
more
a lot
light and
more
agile on your
springy
feet.
on his feet. He's light. He's moving around.
Sometimes I
Mevich is a little bit more
surprise myself.
sedentary at the moment.
It's funny you say the same things you commentate.
I know. You know what's funny is like that's happened multiple times when I will watch over a fight with a fighter or something. I'm like, oh yeah, this happened. Then I'll say it. I'm like, oh, nice.
Second round would have been a 10-7.
Nice head
with two
movement.
knockdowns. So I think Mevich, the only way he's winning is by knockout.
Yeah,
He's not going to take the decision. This I don't feel.
no. We might very well see a knockout here, folks, or a TKO.
That's very.
Were you
dangerous on the
getting
part of
tired there?
Watson.
Is that what kind of what the
Yeah, I mean,
Kinda like
probably, I
holding
don't know. That might have been it. Yeah, that and just like I don't know, certain moments not really knowing what to do. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
just like defense, I felt weird defending. You know, like I felt more like moving around was my defense versus standing and just kind of like head movement.
Yeah.
It was happening so fast. I didn't feel as good.
Yeah, that's true too. It's true.
Once you had won the first 2 rounds and you were like guaranteed to win other than the other dude knocking you out, did you sort of get like, because I know a lot of fighters get that mentality where they're like, I won the first 2 rounds, let me just coast the third. Did you see yourself falling into that? Or no?
Nah, I wasn't thinking about that. My IQ, like, I was just like, it was moment to moment, really. And when I didn't realize, I mean, obviously, I kind of like forgot about it because when I came to the corner at the end, my brother was like, "You did it," and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, I guess I did." Get the judge.
Yeah, so you weren't even thinking about coasting. You were kind of just
Nah.
like, let me. This third round is no different than any of the other rounds.
Yeah, I feel like if he catches me at the third round, then what? And then I, you know what I mean? Like it's any moment you could get caught.
Yeah, I have a question. Was he a guy with, and this is not to disrespect Amir in any way, but was he a guy, did you feel like he had a lot of power? Or was
Yeah,
it?
he was heavy-handed for sure. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay, so it was kind of that feeling.
But
It's like,
just
oh,
felt
yeah, I have to be perfect.
I felt like I had him on the cardio aspect and like just the motor. Like I knew that
Yeah, for sure.
I wasn't gonna get outdone in that aspect. So
Yeah, no, you're on your bike fantastically.
yeah.
Knees to the head are not allowed, folks. However, if you're ducking your head down and a knee happens to come up, that's on you.
That's essentially what they said. It's not allowed, but if your head's down there and something happens, we can't control it. So just be careful. And also, he didn't keep his hands up either. He kind of just was trying to circle out.
Referee JP Zuniga breaks him up.
Oh,
my
yeah, that's another
goodness.
big one too.
And the shot that's been there for him all night rocks Mevich back. Mevich, that's going to be another standing count.
Standing 8 count, 13 seconds left. If there were one more in the bout, it would be called. But in my
Yeah.
opinion, seeing what Mahavich has showed us so far, he's going to get through this round.
Yeah.
Tough guy.
3 seconds left to work
He
here.
really is tough, dude.
What a bout, man.
Mm-hmm.
What a fight.
Big respect to Amir, dude. He what a
Every
dog.
fight that's preceded the last has been better and better.
I love that they played the nip at
And
the
of course, the extreme base
Yes.
of this.
What were you gonna say? Sorry.
No, I was saying I love that they played the nip at the end.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you had the walk. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. So walk me through, or walk us through, I should say, what you're feeling right now. Hands up. You probably feel like at that moment you've done enough to win, or what are you feeling right there?
Yeah, it's done. Like it's done. It's done. It's finally done. Like it's like you're waiting like 2 months for this. You know, every day you go to sleep, you think about this. So it's like finally, your mind is just at peace. You know.
Yeah, and dude, you had, to your credit, a moment in every round. Like there was at the end of the first, it was that big teep kick that puts him on his ass.
Yeah.
Then there was the moment in round 2 where you hit him with a couple of big shots and were able to get those 8 counts. And at the end of round 3, dude, you hurt him with that big, I think it seemed like a cross over the top, but it almost could have been an overhand.
Yeah.
But fantastic stuff, dude. I know I asked you this when we met up I don't even know how long ago that was. That might have been a while ago. Are you planning on getting in there again? Or no, you kind of said
Not right now, man. I'm really like
yeah.
deep into acting, deep into theater. I'm doing 2 plays this month.
Hey, good for
I've
you,
got my
man.
play being shown next month. So I'm really locked in my career right now. Still training though.
Dude,
Taking a
I'm
combat sport while your looks matter so much for acting is, I feel like, such a dangerous thing to do.
It's
true.
very
You get
risky.
cut
Yeah,
and a scar, it's like,
yeah. It's definitely risky. Yeah. Not only this, but also in jiu-jitsu as well. I've kind of I took like for over the past 2 years, I've just kind of like sacrificed my career for a while doing this stuff. So yeah, I feel like I'm definitely back on my into my career and on my path again. But yeah,
dude, you know what you could say now? You could literally say amongst the many other things that I do very, very extremely well, I also got into a fight, into a ring, and duked it out with another man and put on. I mean, that was one of the fights of the night for me personally. I'm not just saying that because
thank
you're here right now. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. That was a very entertaining fight to watch.
yeah, it was
Um,
so much fun, man. Yeah,
I mean, that's something you have forever now, and that's
yeah,
something I'm hoping. I do want to at some point get in the cage or get in the ring. I just haven't. I was training for about 2 or 3 months, and then it kind of fell off because I've just had the job and everything. But I do at some point, you know,
of course, of
just
course.
want to get in there,
Everyone should if they can, man. It's life changing and it's such a beautiful journey to be on.
dude. Oh, and
Such a
Josh is going to be my opponent.
Bro,
yeah,
I'm not fighting you, bro.
I'll
yeah.
commentate the fight. I'll be there in the corner.
My
Bro,
like
I'm not.
going back into just being an artist, like going through this though, that was one of the things that I was thinking about. You know, like I knew like a lot of other artists, they train but they never step in there. So I figured while I had the chance to do this before things get too crazy, too serious, too busy, um, take advantage. Like I trained for this fight over the holidays, so it was my camp was over Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving. So I didn't get to party. I didn't get to do anything. So while work was slow, that's why I wanted to do it. And thinking of like I kind of thought of it as a role. Like I knew I wasn't going to be a professional fighter, but like if I could switch my mindset and do this for 3 months, then if I was to get a role, I would also have to switch my mindset, talking a different dialect for 3 months, do different things for 3 months. It's like kind of the same thing. So that was like my
Dude,
mindset.
that's such a great mindset to have. The fact, dude, I want you to like know that I feel like not a lot of people think like that. Not a lot of people would even consider that. So I want you to know how awesome that mentality is. You don't need me to tell you, obviously, but dude, that's just a different level of mentality. And that's how I know you're going to be one of the greats, dude.
Thank
Again,
Thank you.
how many other actors, of course, how many other actors they probably just wouldn't even consider it. They'd be like, too much for risk. You know,
Yeah.
you were like, dude, I could use this.
Do
You
you
know,
want to? Do you want to stay in like plays and Broadway? Or do you want to like go to movies? What are you thinking?
Both. Yeah, I
Both.
plan to be on the highest level, man, stage and film. Like,
Amen,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I
Anyway,
wish you
we're gonna
well on
cash
that
this in at
journey,
some
bro.
point, dude. We're gonna cash this in at some point. We're gonna be
yeah,
like, we
yeah.
No,
had
no, we're
Kyle Watson on the
no,
show.
we're
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
No, we're
Yeah,
not.
no.
Kyle, don't listen to him, Kyle, bro. That's the last thing I will ever let that. I'll let you have your success whether you remember us or not, bro.
Nah, you
But
know,
go
Josh
ahead.
gonna be like going in to be like, guess who we had on the show? You're never gonna guess.
Nah, man.
now y'all
Nah,
gonna be
dude.
good too. I told Coop, man. I fully believe in what you know. This is my first time meeting you, Josh, and I think this is a great thing you guys got going. But I told Coop, man, like you got a voice and you speak like people should listen to you, and they definitely should. So, you know, keep going, and y'all gonna be just as big. So that's
Dude,
you
Amen,
too,
bro.
balloons. I don't see you, but you know, stick with me. I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you.
we run a solid operation here for sure. And Josh, I'll pour some praise on you, man. I think Josh and I work very well together. Josh brings an aspect. I meant to tell you, dude, that not to have a production conversation on the air, but the reel you posted, I never gave you your flowers. I thought that was a very good the 2
Oh,
a.m.
that
2 a.m. combos reel. Maybe we can
we,
balloons, if you don't mind, maybe we can pull that up. Just to get Josh the credit that he does. Josh, you are, and I've
Where
said
was
this
it
too. I said
posted?
this
it was
on
on
the
Instagram, but
the
okay.
Instagram for our show. Yeah. Josh is definitely one of the most talented people I've ever met. So when we combine, I also have good I have high expectations for where we can take this thing.
We've said this we've said this before on the show. Cooper and I met during college. Both had college is a long time for some people, so we've seen highs and lows of each other. And I can safely say that for the few lows and highs that he and I experienced while we were in college together, we were there for each and every one of them for both of us. You know what I mean? So I can recount moments where Coop's voice and his motivation and just his drive, he was an inspiration to me to tell me to keep pushing, to keep moving forward, even when I was at my lowest. And even when he would say things that I needed to hear, just wasn't ready to hear at that moment in time. He would say that he would have those tough conversations and stuff. And I felt like I did my best to do the same thing for him, in certain areas. So, definitely, I look at Coop as a godsend, definitely like my brother in arms with this types of stuff, and I appreciate what we do here, man. It's fun. It's fun.
That's the biggest thing, man. It's the most fun I've had in a while.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you can't fake that, man. That those type of moments you guys have, like that without y'all knowing it, that comes through to the camera. You guys bouncing back and forth, just laughing. It's very organic and it's entertaining to watch. So keep doing it.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have
a road podcast.
We're gonna have another pod. Hopefully we get you back on and we'll just just chat about random things, man. We'll probably have you start just so you can give us like a topic or something, but we'll just bounce around. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I don't know if Balloons found the video.
Yeah, he did. He did. You want to view it?
Pull it up.
Quick,
pull it up, man.
Praise Josh's work. Here it is.
This is an actual conversation we had, by the way.
Yeah, no, this is not yesterday though. You lied to the audience, Josh.
It's all right, bro. It was a Tuesday.
Hooks.
Josh. I really do said Josh the most random wild shit at 2 a.m. This is so weird. I found the Glamify filter. Such a good picture of Josh too. Yeah. If this is what you want, like this is what I do when I have nothing else to do at 2 a.m. Just fuck with Josh in a big way. I was surprised with how much this filter actually just looked like me. It was a little bit of an ego. I love that picture of Josh too, dude.
What's his like VTech Giga Chat thing?
It is. It's like
I love that was Balloon's first time seeing it too. That's mad funny.
It's like Temu. It's like you order a Giga Chat off of like Wish or something. Oh my god!
Yeah,
the music was good.
I had to.
I hope it's not copyrighted.
Yeah, for it. That would be.
I don't even think it came through. Well, at least on my headphones, it kind of was just like a watered down version of the music.
I had to like manually like recreate like the text messages and like
stuff
like because what I wanted to do was I was gonna just like screen record me like scrolling through, but Coop and I had done like the likes and like the hearted or whatever it is that we you know how iPhone messages work. Yeah. So I was just like, all right, let me manually do everything.
That's exactly what I thought of. I'm like, oh, he got the sounds. He did this.
Yeah.
That fellow editor, I can see it. Yep.
That's there. Oh, you edit too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You use Adobe?
No. I've tried to mess with it, man. I stick to what I know. I use like an app on my phone. Got you. Hey, no shame there. That's how I started. Yeah.
That's how I started.
Josh said, once you get up to my level, then maybe you can start using.
It's not. Stop taking my words, man. That's not what I said at all, bro. But yeah, it's when I first started, I was I was making those little videos, when you have a girl that you really like, and get a bunch of pictures of them and put together a nice little video. That's how I started.
Yeah. I'll never forget.
And then that situation was very toxic, and then I ended up not doing that anymore. But I still had a love for like editing. I was like, that was kind of fun. I kind of miss doing that, so I started doing that for some friends, and then it kind of just kept going from there. And then I I created a Fortnite channel for gaming. It's with my friends and I. We primarily play Fortnite because that's what we all got into during quarantine. And we just just have fun, and I edit it all, do all the content for it, post it up, and that led to other things like doing this podcast with Coop, and I had a little bit of training using Adobe for school, and I just taught myself even more. But yeah, but I started with the phone stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, man. He was throwing the Riz through edits, man. I like that.
Yeah,
He was.
man.
He would send it.
Yeah,
Random
man.
people. Random. He's like,
It was not
edit.
random. It was not random people, bro. It was a girl I really liked.
He just put it in a group chat. Like,
no,
you have an edit for every girl in the group chat.
This video is for you.
Josh, that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate social anxiety test. Is you send in an edit of one girl into a group chat full of women.
Bro, I know off the top of my head that there was two girls that I did it for, and both situations ended up not working out, and the first one ended up being toxic, and it just was like, man, I'm really doing a lot of this work, and putting this out there, and you just not appreciating it at all.
You're better You're a better man than me for bringing that up on the show. That's something I'm keeping in the vault for sure.
Listen, bro, it's all right. It's all right. I'm comfortable with myself. It happened. It's not me anymore.
Honestly,
it's not me anymore. You know what I mean?
Moving forward.
And I know exactly. See, Khalil gets it. One day when I'm with the right woman, when I'm with the right woman, I'll probably bring her back out, and she'll appreciate it. But yeah, that's how I move.
Wedding day.
That's hilarious, dude. Dude, I hope we're gonna be. It's like featuring, and we're just gonna do like a long, drawn out version of your. It's gonna be like something crazy.
You know how when they have like little. Like they put it how to say your name, like it'll be like Joshua and it'll be like
phonetically spelled.
Yeah, there it is. We'll do that with your name, bro.
Oh yeah,
it's hilarious.
Hey, whatever helps. However y'all gotta do it.
All right, bro. Say your name for the one time, bro.
Yeah.
Khial Watson.
It's Khial Watson.
Yep.
It's Khial Watson. So it's
Dude,
Khial
I
Watson.
want you to understand though.
You ever seen the movie Above the Rim?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Khial Watson. Just spelled different.
Khial Watson.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he was born unique, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
This is like the biggest identity crisis for me ever, dude. I've been calling you Khial for I don't even know how long I've known you for. Like maybe 4 or 5 months. I've just been calling you Khial.
Yeah. The spelling of it is Arabic, and it means imagination. That's what the spelling.
Awesome. I like that.
It's so dope.
Yep.
I like that, bro. He's Luffy in real life, bro.
Yep. So.
All right. With that, do we want to call for today, or do we have anything else that we wanted to chop it up about?
I'm good. What about you, Balloons?
I'm good.
There he is.
Kyle,
I'm all good.
Kyle's good, man. All right, Coop is good. All right. So, everyone, thank you for tuning in for the Jake and Josh podcast episode. I think this is actually 6, Coop, because we did the Fuzi video, and then we did the video that we
the
were.
The Fuzi video is
that's a video, Josh.
Dude, I know.
Gosh, we got to get better keeping tally of these episodes.
What are you talking about, bro?
No,
that's a no. You're right. That's a video. It's not a podcast. You're right. That's a video. So then this would be 5. You're right.
We got to figure out what a podcast is. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, how do we gotta sit down and do a podcast? We don't know what a podcast is. It's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. But yes, thank you to everybody who tuned in. Hope you enjoyed the show, and we will definitely get our brother Khial Watson back on here again. We'll just chop it up yet again. All right. Thank you.
I gotta meet the fam now, dude. I gotta see what they're.
And then here goes Coop, bro. It's self-inserting, bro. Just as we in the video. Fantastic.
I got off the plane and like, what up, Khial?
if you want, Kyle's like, do that
Kyle's like, man, now we have to have a talk, man.
Right in the back of my
mind. I go up to B.
Damn.
I go up to B. I'm like, what's up, Brandon?
he's like, yo, Kyle, you know this guy?
Oh man,
that's funny, dude.
Good time.
All right,
yeah, all right. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Appreciate you.
Awesome.